people need 6 months to move, easily, if not more.
The surest, most effective way to deliver predictability to tenants is to increase the supply of housing.
I urge all of you voting on this, remember how much it would hurt you to try to pay for the cost of move today.
A heavily debated topic on the table at tonight's City Council meeting, rent price in city limits. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. Spokane City Council talked about new ways to protect renters. The ordinance would mean landlords have to give more notice before increasing rent. Our Nicole Hernandez is joining us in the studio with what change the ordinance goes through.
So right now, landlords have to give renters 2 months notice for rent increases. That's the minimum by state law. If City Council passes this ordinance, that would at least double 4 months notice for increases 3% or less and 6 months notice for more than 3% increases. It all leads back to the same story.
More than 1/3 of Spokane residents are cost burdened.
From similar voices like Spokane City Council members.
I believe that housing is a human right.
Today, though, a new voice.
It was running all over the place.
Tyler Carlson, veteran Spokane landlord, says there's a bigger problem here.
The city's trying to solve the symptoms of an affordability issue without really looking at the root cause.
As always, comes down to supply and demand.
Even when things slow down in the winter, it's still not going to sit on the market for more than a couple weeks.
More demand than supply. Carlson says while this new ordinance would help tenants in the short term, it also could put landlords on the defensive.
They'll probably start to bake in those rent increases. They're going to try to insulate themselves the best way they can into what they're feeling is a threat.
Most of his clients aren't big corporations. They're families who own 1 or 2 extra homes.
And they're maybe making $100, maybe $200 a month, but those are costs that go to maintenance of the property, they go to paying their taxes, which have all gone up quite a bit in the last 5 years.
Those increases ending up coming out of renters' pockets. The ordinance says almost all Spokane renters pay more than the recommended 30% of their income to housing. And Councilmember Paul Dillon says 1/3 pay more than half of their income to housing.
Today I heard from a gentleman who his rent was $680 before the pandemic. Now it's $1,700.
Again, back to that same story. Spokane renters are struggling.
Really, at the end of the day, I think one thing that we do share between renters and landlords is to keep people in their homes.
This ordinance, while maybe not a full solution, would give people more time to find a new place to live if their rent goes up too much. The plan is for the City Council to actually vote on this ordinance in their next meeting. If it passes, these rules would start on June 1st. In studio, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.